Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a new video, and today we're doing 6 things we learned about Shamrock Rovers 0, AC Milan 2. So yes, guys, welcome back to another video on the Grazie channel. Today AC Milan have just beaten Rovers 2-0 in Tallaght Stadium in the Europa League second qualifying round. Now, before we talk about the 6 things we learned part, first of all, fair play to every single Rovers player and volunteer who helped out on the night. First of all, very well broadcasted from RTE. Didn't put a foot wrong tonight. They're a bit slow changing the scoreboard to 1-0, but apart from that, very good coverage. Let me know if you did watch the match down below. But every player put in 100% today, and we couldn't fault anyone, I thought. There's one player who I didn't think was up to the quality, but we'll talk about that in the video. Everyone put in 100% into the match, and so I think we have to respect every player for that. And 2-0 against AC Milan is very respectable. I'm sure big sides like Juventus maybe in the Serie A have lost 2-0 to Milan before, so I think 2-0 against Milan is not I know we didn't win the match, but I think we can look at this as a very big positive for Shamrock Rovers. So yeah, let's get into this video. So yeah, in the 25th minute, I think it was, Zlatan Ibrahimovic put the AC Milan side 1-0 up. Played the 1-2 with Çalhanoğlu. Great pass from Çalhanoğlu. Maybe Joey O'Brien's cut ball watching. 1-on-1 with Alaman. Gave him the eyes to the right, put it in bottom left. Great goal. Zlatan, I thought today, showed why he is one of the best players ever in football. Of course, he's not like Maradona, Pele, or Ronaldo or Messi, but he has to be up there, and I have to say, great performance from Zlatan. But our defence and the whole team coped with him well enough. I think we tried to get into his head, and I think it kind of worked. But yeah, let's get into the first blue box of the video, man of the match, and we're going to give it to Pico Lopez. Now, it was a close one between him and someone else who we'll get onto in the next box, but Pico Lopez today, absolutely superb. Zlatan, as I said, one of the best strikers in world football, still at the age of 37, doing absolute bits. Pico today was in a 3-man centre-back partnership with Lee Grazie to his left and Joey O'Brien to his right, but Pico had to deal with Zlatan more than anyone else, and he did a very good job of it. Most of the time he wasn't giving away fouls. He gave away 2 fouls against Zlatan in the whole game, which is fairly good. Like, Zlatan uses his strength and his body very well. He puts his hand on you when you're behind him, and then he wants you to push him back. So I think the way Pico and the whole defence dealt with him tonight was absolutely superb. Pico made so many, he made one clearance off the line. Now it's going a bit wide, but he still made it. Ball was pulled back by Theo Hernandez. I think Castillo was going to finish it, and Lopez came out now sliding across. His interceptions tonight and his defensive awareness were absolutely super. So 10 out of 10 performance nearly from Pico Lopez, and he is well deserving of the blue box. Moving on to the first green box of the video, and it's going to go to Aaron Green. Now, Aaron Green tonight I thought was absolutely superb. The amount of effort he put in, the energy he put in. First 5 minutes he was 1-on-1 with the keeper. Great run by Jack Byrne. Played a beautiful ball through. I think he might have taken it first time. Maybe one touch. At tight angle, lashed it across. Donnarumma had to get down. And it was a great save by Donnarumma in the end, because it wasn't a dive where you have to dive fully across. It's like in the mid-range of diving fully, but you won't reach it with your legs. So it was a great save from Donnarumma and a great effort from Aaron Green. About 10 minutes later, when we were 1-0 up, 1-on-1 going in on the keeper on the byline. Could have squared it to Ronan Finn, who might have finished it, and probably would have, but he went for the shot and Donnarumma saved it again. That's probably the one big chance we could have done better on. But apart from that, Aaron Green ran his socks off, got taken off in the 86th minute for Dean Williams, and I know that Aaron Green will be going home with a smile on his face, because not only was his new daughter Harper Green the mascot, virtual mascot, but he got Zlatan Ibrahimovic shirt after the game. Now, getting Zlatan's shirt will just set you up for life. I got Ampadu's shirt from Chelsea, still buzzing about that. Yeah, getting Zlatan's shirt is well deserved from Aaron Green. So congratulations, Aaron, on getting Zlatan's shirt, and a great performance as well. So yeah, well deserving of a green box for Aaron Green. Moving on to the next green box, we're going to talk about Ronan Finn. Now, Ronan, 32 now, I think, or 33. Obviously getting on in his career, but playing right wing back tonight, he put in 100%, and I don't think he put a foot wrong. I think for their goal, he played it back to Pico in the air, which was, there wasn't much more Finn could do with the back pass. Pico went to clear it, went along the floor. It was one of them that just happened. It's preventable, but it just happens. But apart from that, the amount of effort Finn put in up and down that wing, there was once him and Theo Hernandez had a great sprint down the right, and Finn ended up getting there, and I think he put it in the box, but Tonali cleared it. But I think, and that was like in the 80th minute to keep going. But him and Theo Hernandez, left back of AC Milan, had a great battle tonight. And okay, Theo Hernandez came out on top in the end, but I think Finn can be very happy with his performance. Ran for the full 93 minutes that were played, and he just shows the rest of the team an example of how much effort you should be putting in every week, and you can tell the others are getting inspired by him. They see him going and running, and they're like, you know what, I'll try that next time, and they do it. So yeah, green box from the skipper himself tonight, Ronan Finn. Moving on to the next green box, we're going to talk about Jack Byrne. Now, Jack Byrne, I thought tonight was absolutely super. Probably his biggest game of his career so far against AC Milan, and he impressed a lot to me anyway. I could see him going to AC Milan in the future. They wanted Jeff Hendrick. I think Jack Byrne to step up on him. So Jack Byrne tonight, I thought, started off well. First 5 minutes, went on a little dribble, played about 25-yard pass to Aaron Green, who was 1-on-1. Good save from Donnarumma, but his passing tonight, his touch, his dribble, like, he gave away a good few times, but he was on the ball the most times out of anyone. And a famous stat that's probably one of the most overlooked stats in football, maybe not a stat, fact. Thierry Henry and Lampard had the most shots. I think it was the 2005 season, I don't know, whatever season it was. Him and Lampard, Henry and Lampard, had the most shots missed out of everyone in the league, but they also scored the most. So it just goes to show you, he might have lost the ball the most times, but I guarantee he created the biggest chances the most times. So Jack Byrne today, very good, and also getting back and doing his defensive work. He's starting to do that lately, making himself more of a complete player, and he's doing that very well recently. So yeah, big green box from Jack Byrne, congratulations. Moving on to an orange box now, we are going to talk about Neil Farrugia, and I know I give him a hard time, but I'll be honest, he started off absolutely atrocious today, but throughout the game, like all the other Rovers players, his confidence grew and grew and grew, and I thought by the end of the game, Farrugia looked like he deserves to start, but he started off very timid. He was giving the ball away really easily, and every week I tell him, I say on this video, stop hitting it past players and trying to get past them. It doesn't work. He was starting to do that in the first half, but I thought the second half he did come into it, made a few good tackles throughout the match. There's one time Chanalugu played it to Zlatan, chipped it over the top, and Farrugia went on with Chanalugu and did enough to put him off. So I thought I could give him a green box, but I don't think it's deserved of a green box. I think orange is a bit harsh, so if there's a colour in between that, I'd give him that. I thought all around it was a decent performance from Farrugia, but I don't think it was starting 11 quality in my opinion. Daniel Lafferty, I think, had to pull out with an injury. He wasn't even on the bench. Sean Kavanagh made his return to Shamrock Rovers with, I think, a year out from football, so that was good to see. He was only on for about 5-10 minutes, so I didn't really see much of him, but yeah, we're going to give Farrugia an orange box, but it was a decent performance from him in the second half. For the last green box of the video, we're going to talk about Stephen Bradley now. Today he made 3 changes, bringing on Dean Williams for Aaron Green, Sean Kavanagh for Farrugia, and who was it? Dylan Watts for Gary O'Neill. So 3 good substitutes to bring on, but I thought it was a bit too late in the game. Kavanagh and Dean Williams coming on about 85th minute, and Gary O'Neill going off in the 70th minute for Dylan Watts. I thought he could have made them earlier. We were already 2-0 down at that stage, but apart from that, I thought the way he set up today was very good. We did stay a bit more defensive, which I think we should have done against a side like AC Milan, but to only concede 2 goals against a team of AC Milan, I know they're not where they were 15 years ago, whatever, but they're still a good team, and they showed that tonight. Zlatan, of course, great player, Chanalugu, and I think they will go far in the Europa League. Personally, I thought they played very good football. One player that stood out for me though was Kessie. He was absolutely amazing. The Serie A Kante, you could call him maybe, but absolute powerhouse in the midfield. But Bradley, I thought today, very well set up. The subs were good, I thought a bit earlier, but apart from that, did very well. But that's going to be it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you could, please leave a like if you enjoyed, that'd be greatly appreciated. Maybe subscribe if you're new around here. If you're Italian, thank you very much for watching. If you're a Milan fan, then good luck in the rest of the Europa League. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Adios.